What's up, Preps and Devos? It's Coach Ethan with D1 Training, bringing you D1 at home for Monday, May 11th. It's now week 8. All right, so bringing you an upper body workout today. After you complete an 8 to 10 minute warm up, you're going to go right ahead into your performance segment, which is attached to this video located in the description. All right, so pay close attention to the performance segment here, as it's similar to last week and the 2 weeks prior, except now we're going up to 10 seconds for our all-out sprint at the end of our singles to sprint. All right, so like last week, we did 4 sets of 10 for singles, and then finishing off that set with an 8-second all-out sprint, except for this week, we've upped it 2 seconds to a 10. All right, so the video that is attached is from weeks 5 and 6, but it's still the same concept, still the same technique. The only difference is the ending all-out sprint is now 10 seconds. All right, so if at this point you would like to take a screenshot of the workout so you don't have to rewind the video in order to reference it, go ahead and do so now. Great. So after your performance segment, give yourself roughly 2 minutes or so of rest before moving on to your resistance training, which is A1 through D3. We're going to start here at A1 and A2 to kick things off. We're going to do a push-up to shoulder tap for 3 sets of 12 reps. And then an L-sit for 4 sets for 30 seconds. All right, so I'll go ahead and demonstrate. All right, so push up to shoulder tap. You're gonna go down to the ground. All right, you're gonna do a narrow push up. All right, so have your feet wide. All right, and make sure your elbows can turn back behind you. All right, because your elbows are gonna stay close to your rib cage. You'll go tap, tap, and then a full push up. All right, and that's 1 rep. All right, you'll continue to do that until you get 12 total. All right, if it helps to keep your elbows tight to your side, turn your thumb up. That'll allow your elbows to go back behind you more as you're going down, as opposed to having your hands here if you find it hard. All right, if you find your elbows traveling out and not able to turn into you, just turn your thumbs up a little bit, and that way when you do your push-up, it's easier for those elbows to travel back and be turned behind. Okay, so from there, you'll just flip around, sit on your butt. Your legs will be out long, pull those toes towards your shin. All right, take your hands, set them just outside your hips here. All right, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna try to lift yourself up. All right, make sure you're sitting up tall through the chest here. All right, so 90 degrees from the legs to the upper body. And push those hands to the floor, get those shoulders down away from the ears, and hold yourself up for 30 seconds. All right, make sure you're trying to elevate yourself. Okay? Now, adjust your form every few seconds. All right, you might find your shoulders coming up, keep them away from your ears, and stay up tall. All right, you'll hold that for 30 seconds. And just pair those two back and forth until you're completed with each of those. Okay? After you complete A1 and A2, we're going to go into B1 and B2, which is our prone, alternating I's and Y's. We're going to do 3 sets of 12 each, okay? And then you're gonna pair that with B2, which is your incline push-up for 3 sets of 15 or more. All right, so prone, alternating I's and Y's. You're going to be back down on the ground, really flat on your stomach, legs out long, all right? Make sure you're not arching too much in your lower back. All right, flatten out, nice neutral spine. You're gonna have your arms here. Okay, so relax those legs, but you can brace your core a little bit with your eyes first. So up, hold, come down, move them out to Y, up, down. All right, and that was 1 at each. So you'll do 12 eyes, eye first, down, widen out, Y, second. That was 2. All right, just make sure you do 12 in each position. All right, and then for an incline push-up, you can use a nice sturdy box, a couch, a big chair, so long as it will allow you to get down low enough to complete it. So I'll do mine with my chair here because my step is not very tall, all right? Also, the higher your box or your step, all right, the less challenging it will be, all right? So if you need something to be a little bit more challenging, closer to the floor will be more closer to a regular push-up, but a more elevated position will be less challenging. Okay, I use my chair here. It's roughly Oh, it's over a foot, so about a foot and a half, maybe a little bit less. All right, so that's probably good enough for me as far as an incline. Anything else won't be as challenging, but you're gonna be here. All right, I'm taking my elbows and pointing them back behind me because I don't have a wide position for my hands here. I'm limited. All right, but with the couch, you can go a little bit wider. All right, so if you're limited like me, just grab the sides. Make sure you're turning your elbows back behind you. You'll do a narrow push-up right here. And see how I said your head gets real close to that chair? All right, it will. So you can do it from a couch or a box. That's more ideal, but make sure that that couch or that box is not going to move. As you saw, I put my chair here against this wall, and it's not going anywhere. All right, it's nice and safe. Okay, so that's B1 and B2. Once you complete that, you're going to move on to C1 and C2, which is the supine reverse fly and curl to press. All right, so yes, we're finally getting to use some weights here. All right, so 3 sets of 12 plus on your supine reverse fly, and then 3 sets of 12 plus on your curl to press as well. All right, so both are 3 times 12 or more. Notice that plus sign. All right, so with your supine reverse fly, you're gonna grab 2 weights, okay? I would say nothing more than probably 10 pounds, all right? Two canned goods would probably be good enough for this, all right? Because I'd like you to come up and pause at the top and then slowly control it coming down. So set your feet about hip width, soft bend in the knees, hinge back at the hips. Notice how my back is nice and flat. I'm not rounding it, okay? I'm here, my weights here are hanging just in front of my knees. I'm gonna turn my palms up, okay? So now I'm in a supine position, all right? And I'm gonna lift those weights out to my side, even with my shoulders, pause for a moment, and come back down nice and slow. If you lift the weights up that you have, and you can't pause for a moment before bringing them down, you're using too heavy of a weight, okay? So that's why I said maybe some canned goods are better. If one canned good is too light, grab a grocery bag, throw 2 or 3 in there, all right? Probably less than 10 pounds, and you can do the same thing. Pause for a moment and come back down nice and slow, all right? So after you complete your supine reverse fly, we're gonna do that curl to press, all right? So using these, let me tilt my camera back. Using these, you'll start with the weights here, just outside the hips, all right? Curl that weight up for a good curl, and then once you get it here, you're in a nice racked position to get ready for your press. Turn those hands out and up, come back down, and then as you're bringing them back down, okay, bring those weights back in front in that rack position, and then uncurl the weights. I will give you an option with this, okay? You can do a curl where you're actually turning the hands as you're coming up before you press, okay? And then uncurling them like so, or you can just do a completely full-on supinated curl where your hands are facing out the entire time, where you're here, up, back down, and uncurl, okay? So I'll give you some options, all right? After those 2, we're gonna do some core work, all right? So we're gonna do D1 through 3, all right? But I fibbed. We're gonna do tricep kickbacks with our core work here. All right, so we're gonna do 3 sets of 12 to 15 or more for our kickbacks. And then we're gonna pair that with flutter kicks and toe touches for 2 to 3 sets, 50 for flutter kicks and 25 for toe touches. All right, so we're gonna use weights again for tricep kickbacks. When you do your kickbacks, grab your dumbbells, okay, or whatever weight you're gonna be using. We're gonna get into that hinge position again. So feet hip width, soft bend the knees, hinge those hips back, flat back, and pull the elbows up to where they're pinned into your sides. So your arms are even with your upper body. You're gonna push those weights back and away, pause for a moment, and come back nice and controlled. Make sure you're not driving them back like so, using momentum, all right? Really focus on isolating the tricep, press those arms back, hold for a moment, and then come back down, nice and controlled kickbacks. All right. Next, we're gonna do flutter kicks. So you're gonna lay down on your back. All right. If you want to, you can elevate your shoulders a little bit to engage your upper abs. And if you want some assistance to keep your back from rounding, you can put your hands underneath your hips a little bit as you hold your legs out. I would say when you hold your feet out, your feet don't need to be any lower than roughly 5 to 6 inches, okay? So right here is good, and then no higher than about 3 feet up in the air with your feet, and keep a tempo, and each time a foot moves is a rep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, until you get to 50. Make sure those legs are completely locked out too, nice and long, okay? Then, once you get there, you're gonna do your toe touches. So you can stay down on your butt, all right? Be sure to bring your legs up above you, okay? Like so. Try to lock those legs up, pull those toes down towards those shins. Then you're gonna reach your hands up and try to touch your toes. So up, pause for a moment, come back down, up, pause, come back down. All right, really focus on trying to get a good contraction in the upper abs by getting up and then coming back down, like so. All right, you're gonna rotate all 3 of those, all right, for roughly 3 sets, okay? Now, I will show you this. When you do your flutter kicks and toe touches, I would like you at home to do 3 sets, okay, if you have the time. 2 to 3, all right? I put that there for our live workout, okay, because we're limited to 60 minutes, all right? So if we can't get all 3 sets in on both, we're only gonna do 2. But if you're at home and you have the time, get 3 sets in on both of these, okay? And then the last 2, your additional work for today is a power skip for 10 yards, sprint for 10 yards. You're gonna do 12 total sprints, covering 20 yards each sprint and giving yourself 60 seconds rest between each of those. All right, so when you do these, you'll need 3 landmarks, okay? Your starting line, okay? Whether it's a cone, a water bottle, or shoe, doesn't matter. Set one at your starting line. Walk up 10 yards, set another landmark. That's your second landmark, okay? That's where you'll be changing from your power skip to your sprint. Then you're gonna walk 10 more yards, and that's your finish line, okay? Set another landmark. Make sure those landmarks are in line, okay? And they're not staggered or at an angle. Straight in line. You're gonna start that back line. You're gonna start by doing power skips. So power skips, you're trying to get up as high and as far as you can. So think about getting this trajectory going, okay? Not this, but more here, okay? Somewhere probably between 65, all right, to 75 degrees. Boom, there. All right, so get up, opposite arm, opposite leg, dip down, drive up as high as you can, and then when you land, don't take too many steps between. Land, dip down just a little bit, and then get right back up. So big power skip. You'll only do that for the first 10 yards, okay? If you land a step before or a step after and then turn it into your sprint, that's okay. But try to get a full 10 yards of your power skip, and then once you get to that second landmark, okay, the 10-yard line, then you're gonna turn it into an all-out sprint for 10 yards. And make sure it's a full 10-yard sprint and you don't slow down until you zoom through that finish line, okay? So you're working for 20 yards, try to find an area where you have roughly maybe 30 yards. So you have plenty of room to slow down, okay? Once you complete that, make sure you finish with your ACL play it safe, okay? It's very important. It will lessen the likelihood of a lower limb injury during any type of physical activity. We're gonna stick with level 1 for the next several weeks, okay? So I hope you enjoy Monday, May 11th workout. It's an upper body day. It's week 8, okay? Keep going strong and crush it. Talk more soon.